Getsuga, and today I'll be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh prediction list as well. Yu-Gi-Oh ban list prediction list as well as my Yu-Gi-Oh ban list wish list. And right now I'm going to be starting off with the predictions. For banned cards, we have Verte and we have Scythe. Both are pretty self-explanatory, but if you don't know, Verte actually does stupid and busted things with fusion spells, right now being Red Eyes Fusion as well as Fusion Destiny. And Scythe because artifacts have a new link monster that allows players to just set Scythe directly from the deck. Also, one annoying thing is the link monster is super generic, and I feel like Konami does this on purpose, and it kind of bugs me. But anyways, continuing. For the limited cards, we have Danglong because I feel like this card can just come back to one and it wouldn't really be a problem, in my opinion. But that's more so a wishful thing than I guess it's not likely to happen, but who knows? Maybe it might happen. Maybe Konami might take this card off the list. Last list we got Skill Drain off the list, so who knows? Next is Fusion Destiny because of DPE. So this card has to go to 1. Unless people just start playing the Predaplant package again, but I don't really see that happening, or at least not for right now. Chaos Space, to further hit that consistency for Dragon Link. They're still a very, very powerful deck. They've just gotten power creeped by even more done things in the game. And then Alistair, come on, this card should have gotten hit a long time ago. But again, we have no idea whether or not Konami would actually do it. Harp Horror, a lot of people say Harp Horror could come back to 1. And I also don't see any reason for it to actually stay banned, but who knows. Aquamancer, this card's name has been changed to Water Enchantress, but I'll still call her Aquamancer anyways. Aquamancer to 1, also pretty self-explanatory. It just decreases the consistency of getting your rights to Arameshia. Unless Konami wants to, ban rights to Arameshia and just create a whole new card that allows you to spawn Brave tokens. But then that would already just instantly make Aquamaster pretty useless, I guess. Anyways, for the semi-limits, we have Spiral Resort because I know I keep saying this in almost all of my lists. Because Master Plan, she's banned, so you don't have to worry about her effect being looped with Spiral Resort. So Spiral Resort is more of a fair card. I feel like you could even go 3, but 2 is probably where Konami would take it, and I feel like 2 is still a safe number. And then next and lastly, we have forgot about him. Anyways, Dynamite Fighter, because honestly, shouldn't stay at 1 at this point. And Salmon Great Mirage Stalio, because it's not really going to do anything bad at 3 or even 2. I feel like it can come back to 3, and things would still be fine. But knowing Konami, they'll probably semi-limited first. And on to my wish list. For banned cards, you have Verte, should not have existed. We have Halka This card got so many tuners banned, it's ridiculous. We have Heavenly Spheres because, let's be real, Dragon Link are still a thing. They're still really powerful. They've just been power crept due to other stupidly powerful cards in the game. Then we have this card, whose name I can't really pronounce all that well, so... Anyways, what I'll say is this card is actually responsible for Shadal's being incredibly splashable, because you just send this card off of Nadir's Servant, or any of your other Dogmatica cards, and it just nets you your, the Shadal side of the deck. Which wouldn't be a problem, but it just makes summoning Winda all that much easier, and I don't think that this card should still be in the game. This card could easily not be banned, and I wouldn't care. But for the sake of a healthy game, I would say that this card does deserve to be banned. Hunter, because fuck hand loops. I'm not sure why the TCG decided to ban Carrier instead of Hunter, but yeah, just ban Hunter and just give us Carrier. I'd like that, please. Judo, this card honestly should not have come back. In my opinion, it should have stayed banned because it's basically on one card Yazi, and you could just pump Yazi with its own effect and then special summon Mirror from the deck and then use Mirror's effect to just spawn 3 tokens and a whole bunch of silly shenanigans. Mystic Mind, because does this card really need an explanation? I feel like Mystic Mind isn't as annoying or as dirty as it used to be, but it's still pretty dirty and it does create not unfair, but unfun game states. And Secret Village, because I hate floodgates that prevent you from using spells. Spells are very big in today's game state, and shutting your opponent off from using spell cards is very, 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 very detrimental to the opponent. And it makes outing this card even harder because usually you just run MST or Twin Twister, but this card just basically says no to that. But again, this is more of a personal thing, so whatever. Next, for the limits, we have Carrier, because this card should not have been banned. Hell, I should just put this in at 3, but whatever. Zeus, because you should never be able to summon more than one Zeus in a duel. You should never, and I mean ever, be able to do that. Danglong, because I feel like this card can safely come back to at least 1. Same thing with Colossus, because some people, like, I remember when I said Colossus should be unbanned and a bunch of people accused me of being a Thunder Dragon player. Well, let's be real. Like, Colossus, back when Thunder Dragons were still in their prime, Colossus wasn't too much of a problem. It was only a problem when you got multiple Colossuses out, and you just couldn't out it in time. Like, Colossus has many outs, and even, like, a lot of decks at the time had ways of outing Colossus. Not as easily, but they had ways to out it. And next we have Fusion Destiny, for reasons I already explained before, because DP is just that damn powerful. And the less chance you would have to draw this card, that means the less you'd see people using the whole Destiny Fusion Destiny engine. Chaos Space I already explained because of Dragon Link. Then Chaos Space is just a really dumb card. It doesn't plus, but at the same time it basically just makes Dragon Links extremely consistent, and it's just a really powerful card in my opinion. Mathematician, because it's basically like Oviraptor and Cherubini. It just allows you to dump cards into the graveyard, and because it dumps like a lot of the cards you want into the graveyard, and because of that you can now easily go for an FTK. Whether it be Carboneton or basically Aquamancer. Next we have Alistair, because fuck Alistair. Aquamancer, pretty self-explanatory. Oviraptor, for similar reasons. For similar reasons why I say math should go to 1, but Oviraptor, I feel like this should have been the card to get hit instead of Misk. Because all you need to do is just resolve Misk once. I feel like Misk at 2 would be fair. At 1, somewhat pointless. At 3, too much. And on top of that, this even further decreases your chances of getting to your Misk, as well as all your other combo pieces, and that would also mean that you can't just Oviraptor into Oviraptor. Harp Horror, because I think it can come back to 1 unless I'm sorely mistaken. Gus Kraken, we do not need hand loops in the damn game. Okay? We really do not. Fun fact, I tried to record some duels earlier and I ran into basically Dogmatica Gishki. And yes, it was based around hand looping because fun. And then the next duel after that was just Sword Souls, which was also pretty boring. I mean, I got back into the game, but then my opponent just quit, and then I couldn't really turn that into a video. So I just decided to do this video instead. Just a fun fact for you guys. 2 called by the Graves because I feel like at 3 would be too much. 1, not feeling it. 2, I feel like 2 would be a perfect balance. And Spiral Resort to 2. You don't have Master Plan to loop it, and I feel like 3 is still a bit too much, at least too much for now. So putting it to 2 would be, I feel like putting it to 2 would be absolutely fine. Missed to 2 because honestly should not have gone to 1. I do agree it shouldn't be at 3, but I also feel like it shouldn't be at 1 either. Triple Jet Synchron and Triple O-Line because these cards should not have been banned. Blame Halka Fibrax. And we have Dynamite Fighter to 3, pretty self-explanatory. And we have Rod Stallion to 3, also pretty self-explanatory. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about my ban list prediction as well as my wish list. And it's been me, your boy Blue Guy, and I'm out.